What's up, world? It's your boy, Philochko here. You know that American dude with the incredible mood? That's me, reporting live from Budapest, Hungary. And today, I'm going to have a really cool lesson for you. Today, we're going to learn about the Big Bang Theory. But not so much just a TV show. We're going to learn about vocabulary that is involved in the Big Bang Theory, or we're just going to learn words that can be attributed to the Big Bang Theory. For example, geek, we all know this word. Nerd, loser, bully, and dork. We're going to learn about all 5 of those words. Some of them may be pretty similar, but they're all different in their own special way, and I'm going to teach you to understand them. And not only that, each word I'm going to use one character from the TV show to help demonstrate my point. So are you ready? Let's get to it. First word we're going to learn about for today is a nerd. Now, from the Big Bang Theory, who is the biggest nerd on the show? Well, it's definitely Sheldon. Why is Sheldon the biggest nerd? Because nerds are known to focus too much on school. They care very, very much about their academic performance, more than almost anyone else. So if you watch the Big Bang Theory, you know that Sheldon loves being intelligent. He thinks he's the smartest person in the world. He thinks he's the smartest person that he knows who's alive. Everything he cares about deals with academic performance. He doesn't even want to kiss girls. He doesn't want to go party. All he wants to do is get really good grades so one day he can get a Nobel Prize. Now, nerds are also known to not be very popular, and they're also known to not be very sociable with other people, but the main focus of a nerd, what really makes a nerd, is that they care very, very, very much about their intelligence and their academic performance. That is the #1 thing of a nerd, and Sheldon is a nerd, trust me. And there you go. So, let's get to the second word for today. And the second word for today we're going to get to is a dork. Now, what is a dork? A dork is a little different than a nerd. A dork doesn't have to be intelligent. Not at all. A dork just has to be socially awkward. So maybe a dork is the kind of person who trips a lot. He doesn't have a lot of friends. And this guy here is Wallowitz. And what makes him such a dork is the simple fact that at times in the TV show when he was single, he thought he was real cool with the ladies. He'd always wear a nice outfit, thought he looked sexy. When he talked to the girls, he wasn't really good with talking to them. And the girl just like, such a dork. And they'd walk away from him. So someone who's a dork doesn't have to be intelligent, even though he is. But the main focus of a dork is that they're socially awkward. And they're usually not as good with people as they think they are. And no one besides his close friends really thinks he's a cool person. And another thing of a dork is that dorks always try to make themselves look cool. So during the show, I won't tell you, he did something pretty amazing. And throughout the rest of the show, all he kept talking about was that one really cool thing he did to try to make himself look cooler. That's what dorks do a lot. They try to make themselves look cooler because no one besides their friends really found him to be cool, and they're socially awkward. Most women cannot stand this guy at all because he's a big dork. So, let's get to the third word for today. And the third word we're going to learn for today is a geek. Now, what is the main idea behind a geek? Well, a geek is a person who's usually intelligent, but the main focus is they are usually obsessed with something that cool people aren't obsessed with. So he's a geek. What is he a geek about? Well, him and his friends, and especially him, they're geeks when it comes to cosplay. They love wearing costumes looking like superheroes. He loves to play Dungeons and Dragons. Dungeons and Dragons isn't a game for cool people, it's a game for geeks. And he absolutely loves it. And he's really, really, really into this stuff. And don't get me started on how much him and his friends love comic books. Comic books are usually for kids, and when you become an adult and you still love comic books, you're probably a geek or a nerd or a dork. But in this case, it's geek because we're just speaking about people who are basically obsessed with something that most cool people aren't obsessed with. When I was young, I was a geek. I was a Pokemon card geek. I was really, really into Pokemon cards. I don't know if you guys know what that is. And some of my friends in New York are Xbox geeks. How are they Xbox geeks? Well, they know everything about it. They're even able to open up the Xbox, take it completely apart, then put it all back together and it works as new. And another thing, in New York, we have a store called Best Buy. And in Best Buy, you could buy a whole bunch of electronics, like cell phones, laptops, all of that stuff. And in one special section of this store that sells electronics, we have the Geek Squad. From top to bottom, from software to hardware, they know everything. So if you have any questions, you can ask those electronic geeks. And don't worry, you can call those guys geeks. They won't mind it. And that's the third one. So let's get to the fourth one for today. And what is the fourth one? Well, the fourth one we're going to learn about for today is a loser. Now, All three of the words I taught you before this, to most people, a geek, a nerd, a dork, they're all basically known as losers. A loser doesn't have to be intelligent, a loser doesn't have to be socially awkward, and a loser doesn't have to be obsessed with anything. A loser just has to be an outcast of any sort. Now, a loser could be someone who's really nice or someone who's even really mean. So a drug dealer could be known as a loser. Hitler was one of the world's biggest villains ever. A lot of people don't like him and they don't like the way he lives, so they may consider him a loser. He's nothing like a geek or a nerd or a dork, but he's a loser because a lot of people just don't like him. And why am I using Kuthra Pali here as an example of a loser? Well, because he's known to not be able to speak to girls without alcohol. So if he's sober and he tries to talk to a girl, he can't even speak to her. So whenever girls try to talk to him, he's so shy and he's so shocked, he can't speak. That is a loser. He's always the one in the show who never has a girlfriend because he's such a loser, he can't even talk to girls. So a loser could be a drug addict. A loser could be a billionaire who other billionaires don't like. You just basically have to be a person that the average person doesn't like and basically an outcast and not too many people want to be around you. That's what makes you a loser. Unlike the other ones, geeks, nerds, and dorks are not known to be mean, but a loser could be anywhere from nice to evil. That's how it works with loser. Now let's get to the next and last word for today. And the next one is the bully. Now what is a bully? This pretty lady, Penny. She's the bully of the show. Now what is a bully exactly? A bully is basically a person who uses force on people smaller than him or her to get their way. So the nerds, geeks, and dorks always got pushed by bullies, got laughed at by bullies, got tripped by bullies. Bullies took their money. Bullies are the people who intimidate others and try to take things from them or just laugh at them and make them feel bad. That's the bully. Now why is Penny the bully? Because she hangs out with those four losers. And the four losers there are all basically scared of big scary guys. Penny is the only one who's able to stand up to a big scary guy and tell him what to do because all four of those guys are very, very afraid. When someone doesn't do what she wants, she would hit them. And that's what she did. That's what makes her such a great bully. I hated bullies in high school. They were mean to me because I was a dork. And there you go, guys. That is our 5 vocabulary words today based on the Big Bang Theory. So, you know what that means. And that's the end of the episode for today. I hope you liked it. I hope you enjoyed it. And I hope you learned new stuff. Be sure to add me, vk.com/Veloczko. That's me. But subscribe to my YouTube page. About 91,000 subscribers. I'd love to have 100,000. Subscribe to my YouTube page to see all of my videos. And that's basically all I got to say for today, people. Hope you liked it. See you guys next time. And wait till the end.
And don't be racist.
So don't be That is his catchphrase.